Okay, I'm gonna assume that you're all eating, that's why you're not, responding properly, but I hope everybody is having a wonderful afternoon so far. Isn't the venue lovely? Look around real quick, look at everybody around. It's a great day to celebrate women. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. So with that, I'd like to welcome everybody to the press launch for It's a Girl Thing Manila. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. Now, as we prepare to bring you the biggest gathering of all female social media personalities and influencers aiming to educate, inspire, and empower young women all over the world, the producers of the event wanted to give you a sort of teaser in preparation for that. So It's a Girl Thing, IAGT, it's a platform where everything comes together. And by everything, I mean music, I mean fashion, I mean travel, food, beauty, makeup, friendship, they all come to life. And something really special was created in Singapore, and now the producers are ready to bring them to Manila and eventually to the entire world. So this is going to be the most anticipated gathering of female social media makers and game changers to hit Manila. Now, I don't know if you know how big of a deal that is, but I know that if you're a woman, you are probably always on your phone. Look around, are all the women? Are all the women on their phones? Hashtags, everybody does it nowadays. All the young women, they post, they like, they share, they love, they create content. And the reason why we have IAGT, It's a Girl Thing, is because we're trying to get together the good influencers out there to show our young women. Am I correct? Yeah. Let's give them a round of applause real quick, because this is an unbelievable movement. Has to be heard. Now, the platform enables fans to meet some of their favorite inspiring personalities to help them realize their dreams. And if that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. It's all about being a girl. As Branded and Globe Live bring you It's a Girl Thing.
Empowerment? I think empowerment is being able to do anything.
I definitely, as a mom, want to instill in my girls and to you guys tonight that you should be fearless.
You just gotta surround yourself with positive people. Keep your circle positive. Yes, you should be proud of who you are.
How many people are feeling inspired?
I guess I'm just chilling with my friends right now. We're just gonna have some good conversations, some good energy, maybe even change the world a little bit,
Whatever you want to do, if you really put your mind to it, you can do it.
I think that you always want to try and make your parents proud in some way. I think that it's really important to build that relationship with your parents. So I know everybody goes through a phase where they feel kind of lost and unhappy with themselves, or thinking that it's never going to get better, but it will. Just keep on trucking.
See, Roman and I are here to chat with y'all a little bit about body shaming, talking about girl empowerment, and just going through the struggles as a girl around the world. Because we're all beautiful, we're all wonderful, and those are the things that we want to leave you all with today.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Thank you very much, Singapore! Good night!
And there you go, that was the magic that happened in Singapore, and guess what, it's coming to Manila. World, get ready for it. So just a couple of other things about It's a Girl Thing. In order to utilize the platform to create a community, the original producers and global partners of the YouTube Fan Fest thought, hey, you know what? What if we harness this power to further the dreams and aspirations of young women out there? That's a very, very, very good point. This vision is what created It's a Girl Thing, the biggest all-female entertainment and empowerment party to give young women all the necessary tools to help them be successful in today's socially connected world. So, here in the Philippines, no other name is synonymous in bringing young women closer together, people also together, than our friends from Globe. So with their vision to create a globe of good, they partnered with It's a Girl Thing to bring this wonderful experience to all teenage women out there. So exciting. So to introduce this new platform and the Branded and Globe Live partnership. Please help me in welcoming the godfather. He is the godfather of It's a Girl Thing. He is also an honorary young woman for today, Jasper Donat, CEO and co-founder of Branded. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Ricky. I am so proud to be an honorary girl for the first time in 48 years and 10 months exactly. Welcome to the wonderful Ibiza Club. Delighted to be back in Manila. We were here at the Fan Fest in May. One of our, if not favourite, countries on the global tour. The purpose of today is to talk about It's a Girl Thing and really to talk about and understand teenage girls. And so, if you will forgive me for being an honorary girl for the day, I think most of us realise that it's really tough to be a young woman in today's socially connected world. You just read the headlines wherever you go about social pressures, about educational pressures, familial pressures, environmental pressures. Plus, you get these horrendous stories of physical, emotional, online cyberbullying, body shaming. But the reality is, and I say this as an honorary girl as well, and a father of a girl, it's really, really great to be a girl. And so It's a Girl Thing celebrates that. It's a world-class festival, as you saw from the video. It's designed to inspire, to educate, and to empower teenage girls, whilst really celebrating what is a privilege to be a young woman, as I am today. We launched it, as you saw in the video, in Singapore last year. We had 1,400 fans came to the event as a sellout. There was a music festival taking place in the field next door at the same time, with 25,000 fans, trending #1. We opened our doors and we ended up trending #1 for the whole weekend. That was 1,400 fans versus 25,000. So it's clearly a very, very powerful movement. The live feedback we had from the fans who were seeing influencers on stage talking about their real lives. They weren't performing, they were talking about their background and how they got to where they are today. And the fans in the audience were giving us live feedback on social media. The most moving of all, and I may have had a little bit of sand in my eye when it came in, was a girl wrote and said, "Thank you for making me realise I'm normal." And that's what we're trying to achieve with It's a Girl Thing. And we're absolutely thrilled and delighted that the next stop on our tour and the second stop on our tour is in Manila, in the Philippines. As I said, it is one of our, if not the craziest stop-offs for the YouTube Fan Fest. You guys really do have the craziest fans here anywhere we've been in the world. Full stop. They are wonderful. So again, as Ricky said, we're bringing teen passions to life: music, art, media, fashion, health, beauty, well-being, even boys. Even boys. And the format will be part live show and a part experiential festival that includes live stage performances, talks, meet and greets so the fans get to meet the stars, and workshops as well, where we'll be working with teenage girls in a very positive, influential way. We are, as I said, promoting positive personal development, and we'll be exploring key issues, social issues such as bullying, a positive body image, racism, cultural challenges and opportunities, self-worth, and the expectations for a positive future. And this is all done through the eyes of an amazing list of girls who have made a career and a life journey out of inspiring others. So a little bit more on the lineup in a little bit. The festival will be held at the wonderful Globe iconic amphitheatre just over there. We can see the roof of it over there. Absolutely thrilled to be able to work with at the venue. Speaking of Globe, we are also delighted and very honoured and proud to be working with Globe Live, who are partners and co-producers for the event in Manila. And I'm delighted to introduce a friend who was with us in Singapore for Music Matters last week, actually. Please welcome Joe Calero, who's the Globe Senior Advisor for Creative Marketing and Multimedia Business.
Hi, Jasper. Well, you're all so excited today, huh?
It's you have two honorary women on stage today.
Yes, I'm a metrosexual, and I also have a daughter, so I can relate to this today.
So, Joe, it's very important that Globe, you're not a sponsor, you're a partner in this. And I'd love you to be able to expand and elaborate on what we see as this partnership.
Yeah, so when they first came to us, as many of you know from the press, we're looking for things that haven't been done in the Philippines before. We're looking for first. And we're also looking for things that we can go beyond a sponsorship, which means we actually partner. We conceptualize the idea. We help execute the idea, whether it's through our venue or through our equipment, and of course we market it. And what was fascinating about this particular thing is, if you've been, how many in the press have been to a YouTube fan fest? Raise your hand. Some crazy ones in the front. Of course you guys have been there, right? One of the things that I really love about this, and I don't know that it's appropriate to coin it this way, but it's kind of YouTube Fan Fest meets TED Talk. Because at a YouTube Fan Fest, it's just screaming and take my pictures and selfies and performances, right? This is, you actually get to listen to problems that women and girls have, right? There's dialogue here, and it's not all screaming, it's having good dialogue. And we thought this would be a great opportunity to launch a platform that's not been done. It was done in Singapore, it has been done in the Philippines, and I think you have plans to tour this after the Philippines, right?
Yeah, we're looking at other Southeast Asian territories, but also places like India, the Middle East, America, Australia, a lot of interest from a lot of other countries, but really glad to be kind of kickstarting the whole thing in Manila. Joe, so I mean, thank you for this partnership. We are co-producing the event together. What can we expect from Globe? You're bringing in a lot of your assets into the event, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a digital company, and this is clearly a digital event. Yeah, it has a physical nature of being in a space, but the intent is to put the content from this event, basically to the world. And I think one of the things, Jasper, that when we talked about the concept, because this is still new, right? They kind of tested it in Singapore, is really successful. We're going to do something different here, capitalizing on what was well done in Singapore. And Globe Live does this, so if you're looking for a headline and what I'm trying to present to you, is we want to do things in the Philippines, about the Philippines, for the world. Not for the Philippines, right? And the beauty of this platform is you're bringing in international YouTube sensations. We're also representing local sensations, right? And women that aren't necessarily on YouTube, right? They've done very successful things in their life. So the content itself is for the world. It just happens to be happening in the Philippines. That's what we loved about it. So we'll certainly put all our efforts behind it, the marketing, the actual production of the show. We'll work directly with Brandon on trying to figure out who the right people are to come in. So this is a property that we intend to develop in the Philippines for a long time. It's not a one event. It's not one event.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see why we're honoured to work with the Globe. It really is a very deep partnership that goes beyond just a brand on a backdrop. So, Joe, thank you so much, honorary. Okay, this is the lineup, the drum roll time. This is where we show you a sneak preview of some of the girls who are going to be joining us on November the 18th at the Iconic. This is where we have the drum roll, we have everyone getting ready, and hopefully between Ed Bean and I, the pictures that flash up on stage are going to be exactly the same order as they appear on my piece of paper here. November the 18th, we will be presenting around 20 leading inspirational females from all over the world. They will be on YouTube, they'll be on Instagram, they'll be on Snapchat, they'll be on Facebook, they'll be on every influencer platform that we can name. They will be coming from all over the world. They're coming from close to home. As Joe said, we want to make sure that we have a lot of Filipino artists on stage, sharing the stage with their friends. And they will all be sharing their stories, their knowledge, and their experiences to hopefully empower, inspire, and educate their fans on really what it takes to be successful in today's socially connected world. We're also very lucky to have a few of those stars with us today, so you will be getting a sneak preview of the show itself. But more on that with Ricky in a minute. So let me just introduce you to some of the lineup that's going to be happening. Some of the lineup that's going to be with us in Manila this week. Sorry, in November. I do apologize. I'm being shown signs in the back that I can't actually read.
Pillars edit. The pillars edit. 3 pillars.
The 3 pillars. Okay, I do apologize. Right. Let me introduce you first to the 3 pillars of It's a Girl Thing.
I dream that I can save the world from global warming because I want to be like present safe animals. So when I dream, I can just do anything.
I dream about being confident and being unapologetically myself, no matter what, and maybe care less about what people think about me because it will be better for me if I care more about what I think of myself rather than what other people think of me.
I feel empowered when I see other confident women who can just be themselves or express themselves and they're very out there. So usually social media, you can see a lot of these people. Empowerment?
Sa Facebook kasi nawawala.
I think empowerment is being able to do anything as a girl.
Saka may monetization sa YouTube.
Yeah, YouTubers and people on social media sometimes, yeah, they can be very inspiring.
But my mom inspires me a lot. She's not afraid to reach out to people and do anything she likes, so it's Tina Power to do that as well.
Well, what inspires me are my friends, and I think they're really...
So you can see the 3 pillars: inspire, dream, and empower. So my role is, aside from getting the video in the wrong order, my role really is to introduce you who's going to be at It's a Girl Thing on November the 18th at the Iconic. And as I said, some of them are here for you to hear from them today as a sneak preview. So in no real order, I'm just going to introduce you to some of the ladies who are going to be joining us. Firstly, we have Janina Vela, who I think most of you will know. She is a lifestyle, beauty, fashion and music vlogger. Her passion is to be a positive influence to her generation. She's 18-year-old. She has over 370,000 subscribers on YouTube. Have any of you got a YouTube channel? It's really hard to get to 100, let alone 370,000. So, and she'll be here a little bit later for you to meet. Pamela Swing. She's a lifestyle vlogger. She has 330,000 YouTube subscribers. She has over 100,000 Instagram followers. So think about this. Every time they're posting anything, their fans, who are mostly teenage girls, are listening. And Pamela will be with us today as well. We also have a very good friend of ours, Kiana Valenciano. I think you all know the Valenciano family. She has a rather famous father. We've also worked with her 2 brothers as well. But Kiana, more importantly, was with us in Singapore just last week at Music Matters, representing the Philippines at our music festival. She played 2 or 3 times during the week. She got seen by the world's music industry and really waving the flag for the Philippines. And we're absolutely thrilled that Kiana will be with us at It's a Girl Thing in November. We also have Abby Asisto, who is here today. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a TV host. She has recently been invited to join Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook's 12 Friends Day anniversary. So again, think about the influence there and the positivity that will be coming from Abby, and you're going to meet Abby in a minute. We also have Riva Queenery. She's an acting, dancing vlogger. She has a sizzling showbiz career, and she's a prominent online influencer. She has 305,000 followers on Facebook. I have about 3. So again, these are all people that their fans listen to every single word that they say, and the influencers. We're going to be showing the fans that they too can be like them. We have Renee Dominique. She's the girl next door. She has a ukulele. Love the ukulele. Recent trip to New York gave the opportunity to work with homeless girls in a transformation camp, and she wants her fellow artists to believe in what you do and not be threatened at the progress of others, for you will have your own time. So we're very, very excited to have Renee with us. Up next from the UK, we have Naomi Smart. She's a health, well-being and mindfulness blogger. She inspires a global audience to look, live and feel better. She has 1.7 million subscribers on YouTube, 1.4 million Twitter followers, 1.8 million Instagram followers. And she's going to be joining us in the Philippines, I think, for her first trip here, I think. 2 to go. Up next, one of our best friends, one of the world's biggest YouTube stars, male or female. We've worked with her in Singapore, in India, in Hong Kong, in Sydney, in Toronto. Manila was the noisiest experience we've ever had with any social media star, ever. If you don't know Bethany Mota, this is what happened the last time she came to Manila. Delighted to announce that Bethany Mota will be joining us again for an extremely noisy session in Manila on November the 18th. And then finally, in today's announcement, and you're going to meet her in a second, we are so thrilled to have Remi Cruz with us in the Philippines. I believe it's the first time she's ever been here. She's from Southern California, but of Korean, American, and Filipino heritage. Everything about Remi is positive and wonderful and fantastic. And if we think about the fans that are going to be there and the message that they're going to be listening to, we're absolutely thrilled that she's going to be with us. She has 2.8 million YouTube subscribers and lots of other fans as well. So, and again, you'll be hearing from her in a second, so I won't say too much. What you will notice about all of these stars, ladies and gentlemen, is that they are not just amazing, they're not just some of the most influential girls in the world, they're all really totally normal. There's no big star thing going on here. They're normal people, and when the fans meet them, they realize, you'll see it on their faces, they'll say, I can be like that. Cool. And they'll leave inspired and positive and really hopefully feeling that they're kind of normal. So we're really hoping that the I Can Be Like That will come. So that's the lineup. There will be more to announce over the coming days, weeks, until November the 18th. So from me, I've enjoyed being an honourable girl for the day. Thank you, Joe, and to our partners at Globe. To our wonderful partners, Seda. I had the best sleep ever last night. That's true. So thank you to Seda, the hotel, and for you, our friends, for helping us hopefully spread the message in the Philippines that it really is great to be a girl. So thank you from me. Back to Ricky, who's going to introduce you to some of our talent in November. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jasper, the godfather, aka the honorary girl of the day. Okay, so I think that what we learned from Jasper, and thank you as well, Joe, for shedding light on the whole partnership. What we learned is that it's a girl thing. It came about, it was birthed because people wanted to make a change via social media. People wanted to reach out to the young teenage girls out there, teach them a thing or two about empowerment, really reach out on social media. And when it started in Singapore with social influencers like Lily Singh, aka the Superwoman, who you saw earlier, Brooklyn and Bailey, Claire Marshall, and a whole host of local grown talent, it's now gathering momentum and it's turning into a global movement spanning across continents aimed to inspire young women to dream, believe, and achieve their goals. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it because today we are very glad to introduce one of these social influencers who is joining the It's a Girl Thing squad, and she's here in Manila. Now Jasper already floated around the name. Let me just give her a proper introduction, if you will. So, Remi Cruz, aka Miss Remi Ashton, or you may know her as Rem Life, is a Southern California native with a zest for life. As a lifestyle creator, Remi is one of the fastest growing influencers and bloggers in the space. Not just here, in space. Remi is proud to be a Korean American, and she's a little bit of a Filipina as well. She encourages her viewers to enjoy life and spread confidence. Now that is what you want all of your daughters, all of your young sisters, young teenage women to follow, am I right? Remi's DIY has landed her spots on the Today Show as well as Pop Sugar, and she has her own tutorials on the Good Housekeeping website. She has been featured on the covers of Trend magazine and Local Wolves as well. And as they roll out the chairs, let me tell you that she cares a lot about social good and has worked with organizations such as the Thirst Project and DoSomething.org. And she's also, that doesn't end there, she's also partnered with a number of impressive brands such as IKEA, Skype, AccuView, and Tresemme. Now she is now working and currently developing a couple of secret projects for her fans. Please, ladies and gentlemen, straight from LA, help me welcome to the stage, Remi Cruz. Hello. Welcome, Remi. You can have my microphone. We're gonna ask them to bring one out. But hi, say hi to your fans. Let's just share a mic. Here we go. Remi, first of all, welcome to Manila. I like how Jasper was saying earlier that, you know, YouTubers, they're just normal people. Am I right? Normal people, and just a little welcome to Manila, Remi. You got stuck in horrendous traffic. Am I right? Was this yesterday?
3 hours. Yeah.
3 hours.
But I slept most of the time, so it's okay. I don't remember most of it.
Okay, so 3 hours on the road, that's pretty normal.
Normal?
It is pretty normal here in the Philippines if you're getting from, where did you come from? Intramuros?
Yes.
Intramuros. So did you enjoy, this is your first time here?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I saw a lot. I learned
That's
a
right.
lot. I saw churches and like this little like modern, what do you call it, like a hipster wasteland thing. It was cool.
Okay, yeah. I'm glad that you had a fantastic time. Now I like I said, it's a pleasure meeting you. I have been watching your videos, so I'm one of those subscribers. I just wanted to know, and this is a question that I ask most YouTubers, is when was your very first video? Like, what was that one time that, you know what, I'm gonna post something online? How did that come about?
I started, well, the channel that I have now, my main channel, actually isn't my first YouTube channel ever. I've had probably 5 channels over however many years, because I would make videos and then I'd delete them, oh, I don't want to do this, and then I'd make music videos with my friends and things. But my main channel now, the first video ever was a haul. I had just gotten my driver's license and I was able to drive myself to the mall.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I picked up a few things and I came back home and I showed it on I used my MacBook webcam, just recorded what I bought. And I was I just got to drive, it was cool. And then I posted that, and that was my first official video on my channel now.
That was the first official video.
Yes, and it's still up, and it's very embarrassing.
Okay, no, but it's nice to go back, right? It's
Yeah,
nice
definitely.
to see how you started. So I have a question. When you posted that, what did you hope to achieve exactly? What did you have in mind?
I didn't really. It was 5 years ago, so I don't really remember exactly the thought process, but I'm pretty sure in my head I was just oh, I really like YouTube. I like YouTubers. I wanted to do what they were doing. I kind of caught myself in the beginning, talking to myself in the mirror, be okay, I'm gonna put this eyeshadow on, I'm gonna do this, because I would just watch so many people. So I was you know what, it's less weird if I record myself and put it online. So I did that, and I just kind of wanted to be a part of something. I didn't really think it would become what it has today.
Round of applause, please. That's beautiful. I think that's how stories should start, right? It's the innate want to do something for other people. Now, I have a question again. Your videos, they always have fresh material. And you see sometimes the same title on YouTube, but you, for some reason, and people will ask, okay, so what does Remi Cruz blog about? And I have trouble trying to categorize it because she's an everything blogger. That's what you are.
Yeah.
So how would you characterize what you do?
Well, first of all, thank you. I think what's kind of cool is, as I said, I've been doing it for about 5 years or so. And if you kind of look back at my video blog, you can see how my interests have changed over the years as well. So I kind of started off very makeup oriented, not that I really knew how to do my makeup, I just enjoy makeup. So I started with that, and then it kind of got more into fashion, and then when I got to college, it got to more lifestyle things like that, decorating my dorm room and things. So it's just kind of always changing with what's interesting me and what I want to make.
So again, normal things that you post online and you rewatch it. So in the 5 years that you've been doing this, in the 5 years that you've been on YouTube, what has been the most rewarding experience so far?
There are so many. I think I can't name a specific single one, but just anytime I'm able to meet any subscribers, or if they just come up to me at the mall or something, they're just I just watched you this morning. I'm wow, that's so crazy. And then when they talk about things I do these videos, dance videos. I grew up as a dancer, and then more recently I just started doing them actually almost a year ago with my friend. We just produce them and come up with the ideas and all these things, and it's really fun to make them come to life. And we just make them for fun, and then I have girls coming up to me saying you make me feel I can get up and dance. You make me feel more positive about my body and all these things, and that was never the intention. I just wanted to dance. I just made a dance video. So I think that was the best part, is that for one thing, I'm having fun, but also it's spreading all these awesome messages that I didn't even go out to, spread, but it's great.
And that's the reason why you're here in Manila, and that's the reason why you're coming back in November.
Yes.
Now let's talk about It's a Girl thing. Now, how do you feel being part of something this huge? Because obviously, while you're talking about your content, while you're talking about your videos, you seem like a huge advocate of, positivity in general. So how is it being part of It's a Girl thing?
It is such an honor. Honestly, I feel everything that they stand for, I completely stand for as well. I feel I have grown up on the platform YouTube and just social media in general. So as I've been growing up from a late teenager to now, I feel I've started to realize my place and what I want to share, my message, and what I want to spread with all my viewers. And this is definitely something that I want to do. And I'm so honored to be here.
Again, you just radiate positivity. I want to know how you deal with, and I know that everybody has this, if you're big online, everybody has cyberbullies, everybody has trolls, everybody has something they have to say. So how do you deal with that as a person? I feel you just oh, that's fine.
I'm glad that it comes across that way. Some days it's easier than others, for sure. You're able to ban people and certain words, if you don't want to see them, you can block them, but it doesn't really make it any easier. I think my biggest thing is just surrounding myself with family and friends and people who
just help me stay positive. Since it is all online, I'm able to just like close the computer if I'm having a bad day and then go hang out with like my best friend. I brought my best friend here and like we just like hang out and she cheers me up and you're able to get over it. Again, like you could get like 1,000 good comments and you get one mean one and it just ruins your day completely. But especially when it like attacks insecurities you didn't even like know you had and things like that. So it's hard, and the bigger you grow on your platforms, obviously the more people are coming, the more it opens up doors for people to say things, but you kind of learn to just brush it off. You learn that they're just comments online and these people probably are insecure themselves or something like that. You kind of give them the benefit of the doubt and you just move on.
And they don't even know you. I know, right? So why would you let that bother you? That's a really good response. Okay, so did you ever dream that you would be doing what you're doing today? Did you ever dream that you would be in Manila 2017, right? On the stage, talking about what you're very passionate about?
Absolutely not.
What did you think you were going to be doing?
I thought I was just going to make videos for fun in my room, which I still do, like 5 years later, but yeah, never in a million years did I think I'd be here right now.
Okay, so you are huge on empowerment. We've already tackled that. How does it translate to your work on social media?
I think just getting involved with projects and things that I can spread my message even further with, so like this, or I've done projects with different like nonprofits like the Thirst Project, which is an amazing organization that raises money to build wells in Africa. Just anything that I can use my platform for, I will, because I think it's really important and I'm given this amazing opportunity to share, so you might as well.
So and that should be one of the advice that you want to give to young people who want to do the same thing you do. But in general, like what can you tell young YouTubers who want to be, like you? What piece of advice can you give them?
I would say just keep working hard. A lot of people don't realize how much work really goes into stuff and how much is on the backside of things, and you just really have to keep on putting out content consistently, content that you truly want to watch yourself. That's why I feel like all my content has changed throughout the years, because my interests have changed. So if I'm not really into makeup anymore, I don't want to do makeup videos because no one's going to watch something you don't want to watch yourself. So I feel like just keep on changing. If you need to change, that's fine, and just find what makes you happy and put up good content, quality content that you like.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Remi Cruz, let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
All those responses were spot on. Lastly, I'm gonna leave you with a question. It's gonna be a pretty deep question.
Okay.
What is your dream, Remi, for the future?
My dream, I think my dream, being on YouTube, it started off as just like making videos, but I've learned there's so many different sides to it. Like there's definitely a business side, and I learned how interested I am in that sort of stuff by doing YouTube. So I would love to get involved with, starting my own businesses or something like that, definitely down the road. But I always want to still be doing YouTube too, because as I said, I love it. I've loved it for 5 years. I'm gonna love it for however many more.
Plus, of course, you get to meet the fans.
Oh, completely, yeah.
Which you now have all over the world.
I didn't know I had that many friends here in Manila, so thanks for coming, guys.
Oh, you have a lot. And speaking of friends in Manila, I do believe you're meeting a couple of them. Yes.
Yeah.
You wanna invite them? You wanna say where it's gonna be at? You have a meet and greet, I think, later. Is that correct? Oops. Okay, so really quickly, a meet and greet later on with Remi Cruz. She's going to be at the Globe Iconic Theater, 5:30 p.m. Any last messages, Remi, before we let you go?
Thank you so much for coming, and it was nice to talk to you guys.
Thank you very much once again, Remi Cruz. Thank you so much, and we will be very happy to see you back here in November. Thank you. Thank you. So again, let me just reiterate that It's a Girl Thing is founded on the idea that young girls can make a difference in a world where voices are often unheard or underrepresented. And with social media paving the way, it has become a global platform for young women to share their stories and connect with friends, with fans, with followers, and inspire them into action. You heard it straight from Remi. So today, we are also joined by some of the Philippines' homegrown and most followed and admired young creators who are also excited to be involved in It's a Girl Thing. These young women have already made their mark both online and offline. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome and please give them a round of applause. Janina Vela, Pamela Swing, Kiana Valenciano, and Abby Asistio. Hello! Janina's running late, but don't worry, she'll join It's a Girl thing. How are you feeling today, ladies?
Really good, excited.
Very excited to be here. Okay, so we are going to get to know you a little bit better. I'm going to start with Pamela 1. That's right. Okay, Pamela Swing, what kind of content do you create? Sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa'yo dito, what kind of content?
Hello po, ako po si Pam Swing. I have a YouTube channel. Ang title po ay yung name ko, which is Pamela Swing. I do comedy and entertainment videos and sometimes lifestyle din po.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Pam Swing, Abby Asistio.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi, good afternoon. What have you been up to?
A lot of things with my music, and September just finished. It was Alopecia Awareness Month, so been very busy with that. AA. But yeah, so for people who don't know what alopecia is, it's a hair loss condition. And if you're going to be asking what I do online, it's causing awareness for people with the condition, and at the same time encouraging people that you know, despite of your insecurities, you're still beautiful and you can do whatever it is that you want to do in life.
And that's why she's here, and it's a girl thing. Thank you very much, Abby. And of course, we have Kiana Padashano. Hi! So what has Kiana B been up to?
Well, I've been, building my brand as a musician as well as a fashion blogger. I've been listening to fashion blogging and I've been more in the lifestyle and showing people what it's like behind the scenes and, making everyone know that just because you're up on stage doesn't mean you're not normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody does normal things. All that's different is that there's a camera.
Yes.
And you're showing your friends, your fans, your followers. Okay, I'm gonna ask you first, Pam. Do you think your content, yung comedy mo, do you think it impacts the lives of your followers?
Sabi po sa comments,
Yes,
sa YouTube
comments.
channel ko, marami po nagsasabi na, Ate Pam, thank you for doing this, thank you for making us happy, kasi mas na motivate sila na gumawa ng schoolworks, na maging masaya sa buhay, gano'n. And appreciate little things in life, gano'n.
Now, Pam, yung persona mo on YouTube, is that really how you are in real life?
Oo
Ganyan
po
ba
naman po. As in, everything po na ginagawa ko sa buhay, yun po yung nilalabas ko sa channel ko. Kasi gusto ko pong malaman nila na parehas lang po kami ng viewers ko and ako na, ayun, student, normal life, ganun po.
And this is why I think it's important also to have people very relatable online who you follow, so that you know what they're talking about. And I know that Abby and Kiana, you are both icons in the music industry. You if you will, for young women, how do you think that's impacting your followers?
It was important what you said about just being yourself.
Yes.
And I guess that translates to my music too. It's like I don't want to present anything that isn't true to who I am. So basically it's about authenticity. So in terms of impacting the people who appreciate my music, I guess it's really about wanting to be a positive influence, regardless if I'm singing a sad song or if I'm singing an inspiring, empowering song. Like what you said, we're all normal, we go through these things, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to say, hey, I want to turn something good, or I want good things to come out of this. So that's really what I want to share to people in terms of my music and me being an artist. And at the same time, an advocate too, because I use my music to share my message about positivity and loving yourself.
Yes.
Just to add to that, because I agree with everything she said, I think one of the reasons why I fell in love with songwriting is because it's kind of like putting everyone else's emotions into words. Like that's some of the feedback that I get with my songs is that I can't believe Kiana was able to say something that I couldn't say, and I never thought of it that way. I mean, as a songwriter, I just started, and I didn't think that I would be impacting people in that sense.
With people telling you like, oh, I was just thinking that. I can't believe you said that. And you wrote a whole song about it. All these experiences that you have. Okay, so now that we're talking about your fans and the interaction, so let's talk about the interaction of you guys and your fans. What would you consider your your best learning experience from your fans? Whether it may be good, if it's bad that you learned from it, what has made you, stronger as an artist? As a content maker, as a YouTuber, syempre.
For me po, if I'm having a bad day or if I'm stressed in school, magbabasa lang po ako ng comments ko, tapos matatouch na ako na may nakaka-appreciate sa akin, may nakaka-appreciate ng ginagawa ko sa internet kahit puro entertainment, puro joke time, gano'n. Na-appreciate pala nila yon and na-enjoy nila. And at the same time, yung content ko, parang sila rin naman, namamotivate sila.
Ganun. Ang ganda ng cycle, no? Parang it always comes full circle that if you put out positivity online, you're gonna get it back. And no matter like how, let's say one bad comment is there, parang it gets, you know what I mean? Matatabunan siya ng good that you feel. How about you, Abby and Kinana?
Like, because people usually follow me for inspirational stuff and
your voice.
And my voice. And I think it's just like you're passing on the positivity. We're not always at 100% all the time. Like, I have my bad days. Sometimes I feel weak. Even if people come to me for encouragement, there are times I get down too. But then when I end up hearing the stories of the people that I end up touching, it's like, oh wow, they end up inspiring me back. So it's like a cycle, and then you get the courage and strength that they end up giving you, and then it fuels you to keep on doing what you do. So I guess that's one thing for me and for I guess all content creators. The interaction is really not just in putting out content, but in getting to know yourself more while you touch other people's lives.
As for me, I like taking care of my fan base. So I have fans who have now become friends of mine.
Wow.
Social media is both good and bad, and so there are terrible days where you get, one or two hurtful comments. And the thing that I've learned from my fans is to just look the other way and appreciate the love that you're receiving instead of focusing on the hate that's there. So yeah, and if they're taking care of me that way, why should I not be taking care of them, Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of like building a relationship as well, because it is a cycle, and you get what you give, and yeah.
Okay, really quick though, can we get a round of applause please for this amazing group of young women? I feel like this is the real thing. This is just a teaser of what's going to happen in November. So we're getting a lot of love, a lot of empowerment on the stage at the press launch pa lang. So imagine how crazy it's going to be on November. Again, they're going to be the same, they're going to be the same amazing people. They're just going to interact a lot more in November. So it's going to be really exciting. Really quickly, Pam, I know you have a lot of young viewers. People who find you funny, people who want to be like you. Do you have any message for the young YouTubers out there na gusto maging parang ikaw?
Sa mga gusto pong maging YouTubers out there na mga little kids, ang advice ko lang po para sa kanila ay just be yourself. Kasi title pa lang ng YouTube, andun na yung you, di ba? So parang show your true self, enjoy lang, and yeah. Be awesome!
Thank you so much, Pam Swing. How about you, Abby?
Ganda na.
Diba?
Ganda YouTube, yeah, that's right. But yeah, speaking of being you, it's really a matter of authenticity. I think you can't fake what you present, and the viewers or the people who are following you could sense that if you're faking it, if you're putting up a front. So I guess you just be yourself, and to everyone there, like if you want to produce your own content, follow your dreams, anything is possible. It's really putting yourself, your mind and your heart in it and knowing that you can achieve it. And then just go for it. Take that step, just start.
Okay.
I think some advice would be not to rely on your talent. I read this book once, it's called Talent is Never Enough. And it really isn't. You can't just be good at something and expect things to come to you. So, surround yourself with the right people who are going to motivate you to keep doing better. Work on your craft. Continue releasing good content if that's what you want to do. And, it's work. You got to keep doing it. It's just because you're not in a 9-to-5 job doesn't mean you shouldn't be working on it.
And that's why all of your answers, that's why you guys are part of the It's a Girl Thing squad. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause please again. We are in good company. Really quickly that I mentioned the IAGT. How excited are you guys about November? I know the way that you were talking about your avenues, your channels, parang sobrang passionate kayo. And I know that you can't wait for November. It's just a couple of months away. How does it feel like being a part of It's a Girl Thing? It's about time, right? It's about time. So how do you feel?
Sobrang honored po ako na part ako ng advocacy event na ito. And excited na po akong ma-meet po yung mga girls na gustong maging YouTuber din na kagaya ko. Yan lang po.
Exciting. Alright, so I'm really excited because I remember going to conferences as a young girl or in school there would be speakers and I would look at them and be in awe about their own journey and how they were able to achieve that. And to be given this platform to now share my own story, it really is an honor and a privilege, and hopefully our own stories are going to be able to make the people who are going to be attending the event, It's a Girl Thing, that they can do whatever it is that they set their mind to, that anything is possible, just follow their dreams and just be themselves.
And finally,
well, I'm happy and I'm anxious and I'm excited, a little nervous, with girls, it's hard because girls tend to tear other girls down.
Yeah.
And it's something we all live with. And to stay away from that is way easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this conference is gonna make a huge difference, and it's something that this country needs, especially at this time, And so I'm really excited to see all the different girls coming and to hear everyone else's talks, and yeah, I can't wait.
Now let me just say that, you are handpicked for the IAGT and they couldn't have done a better job. Thank you so much for being here. We're looking forward to November. This was just a taste of what's going to happen in November. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have Pam Swing, Abby Asisio, Kiana B of the It's a Girl Thing squad. A round of applause, please. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you very much. Again, the Philippines, being, of course, the most avid user of social media, can surely learn so much from these women who, at their young age, have made a difference in their lives and the lives of their fans and followers. So, are you all excited for November?
Yeah.
Have you marked your calendars? It's a Girl Thing is happening in November, and I bet you are all very excited. We would like to invite Remi once again, please, Joe and the Godfather Jasper to come back on stage for a quick photo op with all of the girls here. Wonder if Janina will be able to.
Excuse me po. Excuse me. Excuse me po.
Okay. So before we get to the photo op, sorry, Jasper.
I would rather that the photo op was just with the girls, to be honest. I've enjoyed being a girl today, but it's about the girls.
Okay, you know what? You as well, Joe?
And Joe agrees, so that's a decision, that's a quorum.
Okay, so since we're short one girl, I would just like to ask if Remi could join us real quick for a quick Q&A. Let's you can be seated. Sorry, photographers, our friends from the media, we're just gonna wait for Janina. Now, are we gonna do like an open Q&A? Yes, we're gonna do an open Q&A. If you have any questions for the girls, we have Remi who's straight from LA as well. Kiana, Abby, Pam, if you want to ask them anything about their channel, social, we have a mic. You can just raise your hand and then we will get you a mic wherever it is that you are seated. So I believe we have our friends from the media with us. We have a couple of fans as well, followers. And we really want to know what you want to know on November. So again, this is just the press launch of It's a Girl Thing. It's happening in November. Any questions? Press? Yes.
Hello, lovely ladies. Ted Claudio of Wazzup.PH. How do you differentiate being popular in YouTube and being influential in real life? And how do you take this responsibility?
That's a good question. Ako sasagot.
Okay, Abby, go ahead. I guess for me, it's a matter of significance, because you could be popular one day, but then not have an impact. I mean, you're popular just because, oh, okay, something happened, she did something cool. It's a trend, and it's fleeting. But in being significant and being influential, I think it's making a mark in the hearts and the lives of the people that you end up touching. That even if you're not popular, but you know, you've made an imprint in the hearts of those you touch.
I think, yeah, that's a good answer. Anybody else? Hi, Kiana. Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Arabella Jimenez, and my publication is Beautiful Life. I can relate to you girls because I have raised a daughter, and I'm also a mermaid instructor. So, empowering kids, children, to overcome the fear of the water, it has been my advocacy. Now, my question is, how do you deal with mean girls? I mean, they've been existing in high school and college, so, but aside from being bullied like that, I would like to know if you have comments in your YouTube channels, and how do you handle the mean girls?
For me po, how I handle hate is, for example po, may nag-hate comment po sa YouTube video ko. One thing na na-learn ko from Kuya Will Dasovich po, if you know him, is delete. As in, delete niyo po agad para hindi po maipon yung hate na binibigay nila. Kasi po, sa akin po, minsan may nagsasabi, ay, ang OA mo, ay, ang bayad mo, gano'n. Dinidelete ko na lang po agad para hindi po siya pumasok sa utak ko or sa puso ko, para hindi po ako maapektuhan, para magpatuloy pa rin po yung paggawa ko ng positive content po online.
I'll add to that. I think I've gotten used to what hate comments look like without even reading it. There's just a different way it's typed, like stuff like that. So the same, delete, block. But in terms of, I mean, social media, it's easier to, you see it more often, but it's easier to just block it. But when it comes to face-to-face bullying, I think what my parents taught me was just to turn the other cheek, which is never easy. In fact, when I was in high school, it was hard for me not to fight back. But, you know, you have to take that stand where you don't let hate into your life, and you don't let yourself absorb it. And you just, you know, you take it, you let it go. You know, because if you take that with you, it becomes baggage, and you'd rather not walk around with all that weight on your back.
For me, same thing online, just block it and delete it. And again, actually, yeah, all my hate comments tend to be like the same thing, about the same insecurities I have. And I think they kind of know that, so they kind of like zero in on that. But for me, in real life, like getting bullied in whether it's middle school or high school before anything online, I've learned really just to support or surround myself with my family and my friends and turn to them, where, you know, we'll like read the comments, or even if I'll tell them what's happening, they almost just kind of like laugh because they're in disbelief that something like that could happen. But by surrounding yourself with them, they help, you know, lift you up and make you realize it's really not as big of a deal as you may think it is, and you're going to be able to get through it.
And also, I think if you know someone who's being bullied, it's very important to stand up for that person and make sure that that person knows that you're there. Because the last thing anyone who's being bullied wants is to feel like they're alone. So, yeah, I mean, I was bullied in my earlier years as well. So it's always good to have an open relationship with, I mean, your parents, maybe your friends, your cousins, anyone who is available to just make this person know that, you know, this hate isn't or shouldn't be, what's the word? It shouldn't be tolerated, yeah.
I have a really quick question. And by the way, welcome, Janina, Vela. She's here. We're finally complete.
like racing a bit.
No, but at least you made it, and this is, you know, this is. I think this is going to be like one of the topics that we're going to have when we get you all together again in November with the other girls. Bullying. Is there a difference between your online bullies, and do you have any in real life? That, like, do people come up to you and they're like, you know what, you're not funny, or you know what, you're not very good? None, right? They're all online. Keyboard warriors. Just to get it out there. But hey, Janina, now that you're here, I just really wanted to ask real quick, how does it feel being part of the It's a Girl Thing squad? Because you have, of course, Pat Swing here, you have Abby Asisio, Kiana Valenciano, we have Remi Cruz, and now we have you here. How does it feel to be part of this, you know, elite group of women?
You know, I think the whole heart and soul of my YouTube channel is to really empower my generation. So to find a campaign that is really aligned with, you know, my whole purpose on being on YouTube is such an honor to be with these. I don't know if you're gonna be here. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm chill now. I listen to your music all the time at the piano. Okay, I'm okay now. No, but then it's really, really an honor, and I'm so excited to be working so closely with these amazing ladies. So I'm just overwhelmed. Also, maybe it's because my heart is still racing from literally sprinting here, but
you made it.
I made it.
Beautiful.
I'm here. I'm really, really, really excited. Yeah.
Okay, so we open up the floor to our friends from the media if you had any questions. Now that Janina's here, maybe somebody would like to ask any follow-up questions. Do you have anything else that you want to ask the lovely ladies on stage?
I have a question, Ricky.
Yes, Mr. Godfather, sir.
So to all of you, there are many thousands of beauty vloggers on YouTube, on Instagram, on every social platform, and billions of hours watched of beauty videos. How does the panel define what real beauty actually is, and especially if you're a 15-year-old girl watching all these beauty videos, how do you define real beauty?
I think real beauty just comes from the inside, as cliche as that sounds. You can put on as much makeup as you want, you can have fun with it. I love putting on makeup. I think it's such a fun time, and it's truly an art form. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is on the inside and how you treat other people and how you treat the world. And
my parents raised me with this Bible verse that goes, man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. And it's true, you know, beauty comes from within. You hear it all the time, but it's not until you meet someone who's a bit of a bad apple that you realize how true it is. You can pile on as much makeup as you want, but if you aren't loving and compassionate and kind, it's going to shine through. And you know, someone who's beautiful may not even know how beautiful they are, but other people will see it if that's where their heart is.
I completely agree with what you said, and to add to that, for me, true beauty is also about embracing your uniqueness, because especially with the world today, the standards are always there. In order to be beautiful, you have to be like this, or don't be too quirky, or act a certain way, grow your hair this way. Yeah, but in the end, we're all different, and I think that's one of even the thrust of It's a Girl Thing, is being able to love yourself for who you are, your personality, what your dreams are. That's what makes us all beautiful, because we're all different, we're all unique. So for me, you have to come to terms and to be able to accept who you are first, and know that you're beautiful before other people could see you as beautiful.
For me po, kaya po nang sabi ni Ate Abby, di ba po lahat tayo iba-iba, pero for me, lahat tayo magaganda kasi lahat tayo son and daughter po ni God, di ba? Parang kahit iba-iba tayo ng itsura, iba-iba tayo ng life paths, lahat tayo magaganda. And kahit merong mga mean girls or parang bad something, feeling ko po kahit ganun sila, meron pa rin kayong mahuhugot sa kanila na something good eh. Diba? Kasi, yun, gawa tayo ni God and we are all beautiful. I super duper agree with what you guys said. I think, you know, I think there's a kind of makeup for inner beauty in a sense, because I feel like your eyebrows can be on fleek, but if you like scrunch them up and judge people all the time, then like your eyebrows on fleek are useless. Or if you have like a Kylie Jenner lip kit, or you have the most luscious lips out there, but you just say negative words and only negative things spew out of your lips, then I think that's like sayang naman din yung lips mo. Or if you have mascara, you know, you have like the lashes that go like that, you know, to reach the ceiling. But if you look at the world in such a negative way and you don't have a positive outlook on life, then eventually whatever is manifesting inside your heart will eventually show through, right? So, you know, I met the most beautiful women, you know, have such amazing makeup, but then, you know, minsan nasasayang lang talaga yung beauty nila because of what's going on inside. And you know, I met the people who don't wear that much makeup, or maybe don't even know how to kind of fix up their physical aspects, but I find them to be the most beautiful because they really know how to handle themselves and walk, you know, on this world with so much compassion. And I think that's, you know, that's true. Compassion and kindness and embracing your uniqueness, everything that these girls said, that kind of all correlates into making what true beauty is.
Yeah, I think it's so easy to be physically beautiful, but it's so hard to be a beautiful person.
Because you can't fake it. You can't fake it. Yeah.
Can I add something? Sorry, like, because you mentioned it, we have different paths. I just want to add that sometimes we go through things that are hurtful or are painful or circumstances that happen in our life, and you think because I went through this heartbreak or this not so good experience, it lessens your beauty. But in fact, once you're able to include that into what you embrace about yourselves, when you're able to rise above that and use that to be stronger, to be more courageous, I think that's what brings out your true beauty even more.
I'm gonna have to say that we all wrestle with demons, and based on your answers, I think that I'm not gonna say that you have it all figured out as women, as girls. I know that we're all works in progress, but your answers were spot on, and I cannot wait for the rest of Metro Manila to catch it on November 18 for It's a Girl Thing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for a very intelligent panel. Did that answer your question, Jasper? Are you satisfied?
To be honest, the hairs in the back of my neck haven't gone down since I asked the question. So and as a father of a daughter, it was wonderful to hear what that means to so many people. Two things. I think now we've got the full complement, we can do another photo.
Yes,
opportunity.
let's do it. Will you be joining us, Jasper and Joe? Will Joe be joining us?
It'd be good to have the logo on the back. I don't think Joe and I would make the